Congratulations, Karen.
Thank you, Robert. Appreciate it.
Congrats,
Awesome.
congrats to you all. I'm very proud of you guys. Well, I just came on here to learn, so I'll be quiet.
I'm sitting here promoting people to panelists so they can show up with us. And we are, I can't believe this. Robert Hollis popped on with us this morning on our training. How amazing is that? And, you know, he and I have been talking, and I had kind of let him know that we're going to kind of concentrate this morning, the first part of our training, on end of the month and how to not stop your momentum, because we've got so much momentum going right now on the team. You know, Karen just made 5K. We've got a number of people that are right on the cusp of making 5K. We've got this amazing, blessed team that again, if you can see my arms right now, there are chills, the hairs are standing up, and I'm just you know, amazed at how God is blessing this team and how everybody is having such great success. And, you know, we talk about building a team, and we talk about, you know, making extra income and doing all these different things. But the reality is it comes down to how many people can we help? And the more people we help have success, and the more people that we can teach to have that servant heart and that servant leadership, the bigger our team grows, and the bigger our culture becomes, and the more exciting this community becomes. We have people all the time messaging me, and I'm sure Carlos too, asking, hey, is there any way we can come with a dream team and come to your group and find out what's going on with you guys? And man, everybody's so giving and so, you know, and I'm just so incredibly proud, incredibly honored, and incredibly blessed to have a team like this. And the way that God is just growing this whole thing is amazing to me. And Robert and I had chatted, and we chat all the time now. He's like my best bud. And I invited him that anytime he wants to, he knows when our training is. So anytime he wants to, he can just pop on here and throw some nuggets out for us. And so I'm going to shut my mouth here and just turn it over to Robert and see if he's got some things on his heart that he wants to share with us.
Well, thank you so much, Ron, and thank you for everyone on here. I just really, really appreciate you. You know, we know that everything in life starts with an idea. You know what I mean? And behind an idea, you just got to apply a little bit of vision and a little bit of faith. And when everyone always hears that, it's like, you know, think about that. If you just had the vision of anything, so Josh had the vision of MDC, sort of Jenna, you know, birthed the, you know, HempWorks. You know what I mean? And then my wife wanted me to help her. And so I decided to go, you know, bananas out there. And now we're all here. And I just want to say this, and for some of you that will believe this, is for me, God's not a discerner of persons. So that means that if he'll bless Robert, he'll bless you guys. And I wish that people would stop saying in their mind, well, you know what? Robert's got all this, and he's done all this, and he's done all this. But guess what? 30 years ago, I made a decision. And I'm saying this with 100% belief, and not only belief, but just from my 30 years of expertise, that the system that we have today, the training that we have today, the ability to jump on a Zoom like this, you know, once or twice a week, none of this was available 30 years ago. So I'm telling you guys this with 100% belief that what I accomplished in 30 years, you could accomplish in the next 3 years. And some of you I've never met or ever talked to. So if an expert that's done this for 30 years, that's made over $50 million, helped over 54 people make $1 million a year, and 9 of those now own their own marketing company that does over $700 million a year, I'm an expert, and I'm telling you, you can do this. I'm telling you, with just a little belief and faith, you can walk away from your full-time income in 90 days. And part of that is this one thought. Listen closely. You'll find out that the closer that you get to fulfillment, for those of you that, I challenge you to go to Google and look up the word fulfillment and read the definition of fulfillment. So when you guys want fulfillment, joy, happiness in your life, and that also comes with finances, where you actually get to shift your thinking from, wow, if I could make X amount of dollars, if I could make $100,000, I could give away 10 grand to a charity or something that I love. Well, why not say, well, what I'd like to do is I'd like to make $1 million and give away 900,000. It is still a goal. So I learned if I can live on 100,000 or 200,000, then if I made $1 million, I could give 800,000 away. How many of you like that idea? And so for those of you that are trying to get yourself motivated, what you do is you got to make it, think big. Years ago, I read the book, Thinking Big. And when I read that, it said you need to find a goal that's bigger than you. And what I decided to do at that time is to say that I was going to outgive God. That was the biggest thing I could think of. And some of you are going, well, that's impossible. That doesn't stop me from trying to make it happen. And so one of the things you'll learn going after this new life that I believe that all of us not only deserve, but we're born to go get. We're supposed to be this little light of mine. I'm going to make it shine. The way to be able to help people is have people look at you and just go, I want some of that. If they're looking at your life and looking at what you're doing, they want some of that. That's how you witness. That's how you do mass attraction. That's how you do it all. And one of the thoughts I want to share with you guys that's very powerful is you guys realize, based on the way that we were growing up, the environment, the tribe, whatever you want to call it, the atmosphere, the people we hang around, that virtually everything you think about is the total opposite of what it really is. So let that sink in for a bit. So a person that constantly is working from Monday to Friday, Monday to Friday, Monday to Friday, Monday to Friday, get paid, yay, Friday, do it over, do it over. Then we got this thing where the rest of the world sort of put us in a place where, man, June is over. New Year's is over. It's like our mind is all going for these imaginary things that are man-made in the calendar. So people are like, wow, it's 25th, it's 26th, it's almost August is over. Oh my God, I get to relax. Yay. It's like, and then we do what? Get geared up like on the 3rd or the 5th to start saying, hey, maybe August could be a good month. So if you think about all these things that go in our minds constantly, that we're running toward a point in life, and then once we get there, we're supposed to relax because you're party for the weekend, right? And it's like, what I've learned to do is the opposite of that, is just consistent focus on the mark. Push toward the mark. So now all of a sudden you'll find out that most of you will no longer be working soon, because if you love what you do, then that's the last day you'll ever work. And so every day, all day, I get to get up and talk to beautiful people like you. And where you're constantly, as an entrepreneur, you no longer have dates. Did you guys catch that? You no longer have dates. You no longer have the end of the week. You no longer have the end of the month. It's this concept in your mind that I'm very blessed. I have orphanages that I support. I have just a little over, I think it's now 2,300 kids that I support. And so I also am dedicated to giving a lot of money to the Starkey Hearing Foundation with Bill Austin. So there's a lot of children that rely on Robert Hollis. And so the thought of the 25th or 27th and I get to take the rest of the time off, that's never a thought for me. Was it 30 years ago? Yeah. Work till Friday, get the weekend off. So I want you guys to understand that momentum is momentum. And the key that I learned from a multi-billionaire, Roger Penske, told me this concept. He said, Robert, I want you to think of a very large van, a huge van, and it's sitting there. And what you ought to do is you got to push the van to get it moving. Now, I love telling this story because how many of you have ever been in a stalled vehicle or you've seen other people that are in a stalled vehicle? See, there's this weird place that happens with us where when the vehicle stalls, we sit there and we complain for a while. Do you guys realize some people complain their whole life? They're sitting there cussing, banging on the steering wheel, banging on the dash, whining, complaining. And while you're doing that, you attract that. So that means that people pull up behind you, they honk the horn, they tell you that you're number one. You know what I mean? They're screaming obscenities at you out the window. And it's like, why? Because you're sitting in a vehicle? No, they can feel the energy and they can feel you're upset and frustrated. And for some of you that might be laughing at me right now, you should be. Because when I see someone that's frustrated, I have a tendency to see how far I can push them. You know, let's get to that breaking point so we can move on. So I don't know if you guys have seen people that seem to struggle and they won't get off the struggle bus. Yeah, John, they won't get off the struggle bus. And so they're like, my life and all this. And I sometimes just go, listen, I said, do you know where there's a gun store close to you? They go, why would you say that? I go, get it over, man. If you have nothing to live for, jump, man. And they're like, well, that's not very nice. And I said, what's not nice is listening to you for the last 5 minutes. It's like, come on, when are we going to turn this around, right? So the concept of pushing the bus is simply this. When you stop complaining and decide to do something about it, and I want every one of you to imagine this because it happens, is they see you finally get out, open up the door, put the car in neutral, the van in neutral, right? And you start pushing. Now, they can tell whether you're pushing fakely, you know, fake it till you make it, or you're really going to move this thing. And when you put the effort, the energy, the focus in, the consistency in, you know what always ends up happening? It's God's law. Is all of a sudden someone pulls up behind you, they throw the vehicle and park, they get out of the vehicle, and they start pushing. Well, as soon as they start pushing and helping you, then everyone that was laughing, watching, making fun, cussing, saying this is stupid, now all of a sudden they're standing on the shoulders of the road or standing on the sidewalk and they're going, God dang it. You know, Carlos isn't giving up. He's pushing. And now we got Linda there. Now we got Lisa there. Now we got Anna there. Now we got Bill. You know, now we got John. And now everyone starts seeing everyone pushing. You'll notice all of a sudden everyone just drops their arms and goes, I don't want to be the only one looked at that's not helping. See, all of a sudden they get this thing called fear of loss because you ended up being the crazy person, but you attracted the next crazy person like Juan. You see what I mean? And now everybody jumps on and starts pushing it. And the best feeling you guys want to do with just focus and consistency is all of a sudden you're going to have enough people pushing and following you where you hear these beautiful words. Doc, jump in. It's dangerous right there for you to be, steering with one hand and pushing in the door frame. Jump in the van because we're pushing. You guys got that? Now, how many people visualize that story? Because that's when all of a sudden you see everyone pushing and they're just telling you to steer. And then they bring on people and they bring on people. So what people do is I want you to imagine as you're pushing, right before that first person puts their car in park and gets out, you stop pushing. And you stand up and you go, I'll just wait till next month. See, the people never show up because they're all watching you. So don't do what the 99% of the people on the planet do. Stay consistent. Push harder. I'd rather have 10 to 15 people come into my push by the any date, even the end of the month, and watch that momentum kick in. And now you can create momentum anytime. Does that make sense to you guys? So there's people that call me all the time and they say, well, it's the end of the month or it's the middle of the month. Maybe I'll wait till August 1st to get started. And I'm like, are you out of your mind? So every one of you are going to be a team. You're already a team. And when everyone's pushing consistently for a goal bigger than theirs, I have to do this. I've made dedication to too many children. I don't know how to call, the orphanage and say, the checks are not coming. The money is not going to be directly deposited. You're not going to be able to feed the kids or keep the place warm. Can you imagine? So see, that's when you can put yourself in a position, because some of you are 100% motivated by helping others instead of helping yourself. And if you always see yourself putting yourself lower on the rung, then what you got to do is you got to find a way to create momentum. So now you have a group of people that rely on you. Did you guys catch that? When you're all by yourself and you're independent is sort of nice. When you're interdependent, it's funny how you step up to the game. And I can relate this to this quick story. My wife and I recently had one of our golden retrievers pass away. And for those of you that have had, an animal that you just love and they're just unconditional love, it's quite a shock to the system. I knew what the next thing was going to happen. Now we got 2 baby puppies, golden retriever puppies. And they're young, they're like 7 weeks. And it's funny, they need me and Terry to survive. You guys get this? And so it's funny, they don't, they crash for an hour and a half, they wake up, they're like peeing and pooping machines, you know what I mean? And it's like, then they need to eat, then they need to go out, then they need to eat, then they need to go out, then they, it's like, and it's like, you got to be there for them. And what do? You can whine and moan, or you can try to figure out how to find the joy in it. Because it's going to happen anyway. Can I get an amen? So every one of you deserve, you are enough. You got to get into that place of receiving, and you got to push with, the straight out focus so you can create, so you can attract those other crazy people like us. So I don't know of any better time to start than now. So as people, I don't know what I'm going to do because this is Terry's group, and but years ago, when I created all the millionaires, I used to buy Rolex watches for my top team members. And what I would do is have the jeweler take the hands off of them. And then in diamonds, it said NOW. So it's like, well, so when should we contact those people? Right now. And NOW, for those of you who've never heard it, is no opportunity wasted. Just constantly stop procrastinating, because procrastination is suicide on the installment plan. And so find something bigger than you, focus and create momentum to attract people. And, you know, there's only two groups of people that I know on Facebook. People that are going to not like my posts. And so if they complain, I can block and delete them. And then the rest of them that see me constantly posting pictures of you guys as rank advancements. See, so the world's watching. I got like almost 20,000 followers, 5,000 friends, 192,000 people on my page. And so here comes Ron Daring. Here comes Carlos. Here comes Samantha and Miguel. Here comes Karen. I want to post your guys' picture on my wall. Is that good? So you think you got momentum now when I post your post or I do an interview with you, right, Ron?
Absolutely.
Have you noticed how many views the video's got now?
Oh, yeah. It's huge.
Carlos?
Yes, yes, outstanding momentum. I got people friending me all the time, commenting on my video. Yeah, it is amazing. Amazing what that does when you get someone like you, right, that lifts us up like that. So thank you. Thank you for your leadership. Thank you for your servant leadership and your friendship, you know, and your brotherhood above all else. Thank you. We are blessed to know you. We are blessed to know you.
Very blessed.
Yeah, so I want to do a video with you. I want to help you. I want to, you know, God put me in this position to give them to others to show them that they can do the same as me. So put the effort in, so all of a sudden you look back and the vehicle's moving faster and you notice it's me pushing. I want to be your #1 fan, but you got to get the momentum going. And so people like me won't show up in your life if you're constantly in the car complaining, or you're saying, you know what, I'll just wait till next week, or I'll just wait till next month. So I see Samantha putting on here because I'm calling her out. She sent me a message saying, you know, me and Miguel are going to hang out until we hit 10K to have you do the video with you. She doesn't realize, and Miguel doesn't realize, by having me do the video would make him go 10K.
I know, Robert. I know. We got to tell Miguel.
Yeah, it's the exact opposite.
I know.
Always think with your mind, whenever you think, as soon as you think something, go, what's the opposite of this?
Right.
So what we were told to do, we were told to go out, get a good education, and get a job and work our butts off. What's the opposite of that? Being mentored by someone that has a life that we want instead of education. I don't know if you guys noticed this, but I graduated from trade school, and as soon as I got out, I didn't know anything. I learned once I got on the job. Can I get an amen? It's like, so you learn from others that know how to do it. So I had a piece of paper that said I was an automotive engineer. You know, big deal. So then you go out there and get a job and got the 40-40 plan. You guys already know this stuff. And it's like, well, what's the opposite of that? Well, what's the opposite of making sure that you're independent? See, I want to be independent. I want to pay my jobs, my bills. I want to get out of debt. That's called survival. That's not called living. Have you guys ever heard the phrase that most people die at the age of 25 but don't get buried until their 70s? Because see, once we get into the workforce, we're sort of hosed. Wouldn't you agree? So it's like, now what? You know, now I should be an entrepreneur. No, I don't have any time because I'm too busy surviving. So we get really complacent and comfortable because we pulled July off. You know, we didn't get evicted out of our apartment. We made our mortgage payment. We covered the insurance. The lights are going to stay on. Oh, man, we just barely made it again. Do you think that's by accident? Or do you think that we might have programmed ourselves that way? Yeah, the world programmed us. Work till Monday through Friday, get a check. Get the check, pay the bills. Yeah. So how can you go if you make 20,000, 30,000, 40,000, 50,000 a year? How do you go to 100 grand? You got to be doing it for something other than you. Did you guys catch that? That's when people ask me all the time, Robert, how do you make so much money? It's easy. I find people that are struggling on the struggle bus and I work my butt off to get them off the struggle bus. All of a sudden I look at my group and I got, 25 people that are 5K or higher, 10 people that are 10K or higher. It's like once you help someone make more money than they ever have outside of their job, it becomes addictive. And so all of a sudden I have, 4,800 people that are responsible for Terry's income. See, I want to help other people get where they want to go. I don't care about me. Wait a minute. Yeah, someone else thought of that before me. So the way to greatness, how many people would just like your family, your friends, people that you went to school with, look at you and go, Lisa, man, you are great. You are great. Meredith, man, you're great. The way to greatness is the service of many. It's time to learn a new way of thinking instead of survival. So, was this good, everyone? Did you enjoy that?
Let's give Robert a huge hand, man. That was awesome. Robert, you nailed it. I've had so many people in the last week say, well, you know what? We're going to hit it hard in August. We're going to hit it hard in August. In fact, I did a Facebook Live all about how to hit it hard in August, and it was don't stop now.
Yeah.
Keep the momentum going. So this has just been amazing. Who's got some nuggets out of this? Anybody has this been amazing or what? This is where my passion and love comes, is having someone like Robert mentoring me and being in that same like mind of finding things bigger than us and helping and having that servant heart. I can't say enough, blessed enough. So, man, Robert, that was amazing.
Thank you, Ron. I will say one more statement. For those of you that, are involved with a church, you know what I mean? Any kind of outside fellowship, right? It could even be your school. It could be a lot of things. You go to them and you give them a call and you just say, what are you focused on right now? What are you trying to raise funds for right now? Oh, well, what we're trying to do is we're trying to raise some money to actually complete a playground for the children. Oh, really? How much is that going to cost? About $38,000. Count me in for 10. What? Count me in for 10,000. Really? Yeah. I got to go to work. I got to go get some people on hemp oil. See, but if you find people that you know that you can serve, call yourself to the mat. You see what I mean? Because again, if you don't, you've already learned, you guys are already created a habit of surviving, right? So yeah, it's the way you break that habit is to go out and commit yourself to a different calling. You know, how many people have run into people already that you know needs this product and they can't afford it? Okay. Then how much are you going to make on a monthly basis to actually give product away to people that can't afford it? And all you want in return is for them to jump on a Zoom with you or a Facebook Live to give a testimony. Wow. So yeah, I want extra money to have product to give away to people that don't need it. So I'm done. Gotta go. Thank you, Ron. Thank you, Carlos. Thank you, everyone. I appreciate you. And again, congratulations to those of you that have continued. I know, how many people like Ron? Okay. Now, how many of you think that when you go to 5K, 10K, 25K, 50K, and I know when I say this, Ron's not going to feel comfortable, but I don't care. I just got called to say this. Do you guys know how close Ron is to 25K? So what if we all could just focus and help him push his van? Because he pushes, he serves. He reached out to me to get me on these Zooms. He's an incredible servant. And I know he wouldn't feel comfortable with me saying this, and that's why I'm doing it. Let's all put our head down right after this and do everything that we can to get Ron's van to 25K. Okay? Because now we all get to point at Ron, and then Ron all gets to help us go 5K, 10K. And I can guarantee you very soon you're going to have a Zoom of people like this that we can call on to help you go to super affiliate. Amen? So Ron, that's why I stayed on.
I'm glad everybody can't really see my face right now because it's really red. God bless you, my friend.
Well, I love you and you deserve it. You're an incredible leader. I love you guys. So have a blessed day and have a productive week.
Thank you, Robert.
Ron. We love you. Thank you, Robert.
Love you too, Carlos. God bless you guys.
God bless you.
Samantha, looking forward to doing the video with you and Miguel.
Yes, absolutely. It will be very soon. Very, very soon. Thank you,
You know what?
so much.
We need to work out a time for me to jump on the phone with him anyway. He's deserving.
Yes,
I'd like to talk to him and tell him I love him.
Yes, absolutely. I'll send you his digits right over.
Okay. God bless you guys. Bye-bye.
bless
Thank you, Robert. You're amazing. I love you too.
Bye-bye. Love you, man.
I'm blessed to be here.
Blessed to be here. Bye-bye.
Gracious.
All right, guys. As always, did Robert deliver or what?
Amazingly, as always.
We are blessed and honored, and I've been doing this for a long time, and I can tell you, in 40 plus years, I have never been blessed to bring together a group of people and a team like we're building in the Dream Team. I wasn't joking when I said that people are contacting me and Carlos and others from outside of this group because they want to know what's going on. They want to know, why is your team doing this? Why why did Karen just get 5K? Why is Samantha and Miguel at 5K? And you guys don't know this, but I don't know where they're at now, but as of yesterday, it was like 1,100. Samantha, you guys got to be closer. I don't know where you are, but they're almost hitting 10K already.
Yeah, we're real close.
Yeah, that's amazing. That's, and I can't see Samantha's face, but here's my wish for you guys. Let's rally together and get Miguel and Samantha to 10K by the end of this month. That's my request for you. Let's help Samantha and Miguel get to 10K before the end of the month. They're just this far away, okay? That would make my heart soar. So we've got it. We've got the opportunity to help an enormous amount of people, not just because we've got a product that is there to help people and a company that is aligned and positioned to be in the right place at the right time and leadership that's amazing, but because we have got so many servant leaders if I go back and if this offends people, I'm sorry. Please don't let it. But I'm not going to stop. Christ brought on 12 disciples, and look what they did to change the world. Karen, let me ask you. I like putting Karen on the spot because her face just is a perpetual smile. I mean, between her and New and some of the people, James, you got Gio. Gio and I had a chance to chat yesterday, and this perpetual smile on his face, I love it. How many people have you personally sponsored?
12.
12? Say that again, how many?
12.
12. Boy, sounds familiar. 12 people. 12 people she's personally sponsored, and you just made 5K affiliate.
Yes.
Okay. So
it's last month I did 7 in 10 days.
So the point of that is we don't need 150, 200, 12 people she personally sponsored. And you know what she did after that? She turned on that servant leadership, that smile in her heart, helped those people. Forgot about herself, helped those people. Now she's 5K. Was that not true?
It's 100% true. Like if I would have, I was really close to hitting 5K last month in 10 days, right? Mm-hmm. And I could have said, you know what, just join on the 1st of August, right? Just thinking about August. But what could have happened? I could have either lost those people because I didn't get them right then and there when they were ready, right? But if I didn't include those 7 people that I got, even to the I joined somebody joined at midnight on the last day of the month. And I thought to myself, man, why couldn't it have been on the 1st, right? Mm-hmm. But then I said, because of those 7 people that joined in 10 days when I joined the company, that's why I hit 5K this month. Because those people and the new people that continue to come on board, but because they were ready to go and they had the momentum and they were just doing what they're doing and we were just all working as a team, because of my team, it has tripled now. I got to hit 5K. So if I would have stopped at the end of last month and joined them in the beginning of August, I could have either lost them or they weren't going to take the same action that they were going to take it by joining in the end of the month and starting, when they were ready to start. So I did think about it. I'm 100% true. I did think about it. I said, wow, why couldn't they join at 3 a.m. PST time? They would have counted for August. But because of that, those people, I got to be at 5K this month. So I do 100% now believe, maybe not, they say you don't learn on other people, in other people's heads. But I do now believe that you should never stop the momentum. You should never stop and think, oh, I got to wait till the 1st of the next month because it resets all over again. That one person that comes in at 3 a.m., 2:59 a.m. PST time on the last day of the month could be the reason why you hit 5K, 10K the following month. Amen.
And, here's a perfect example. One of the newest people on our team, John Delsman, came in a couple of days ago, right? And I could have said at that point in time when John and I were talking, hey, John, why don't you wait till August, because then you'll be on that volume for me because if I don't make 25K this month, I'll be on track to make it next month. And, exactly like what Karen was talking about. But the reality is that John got in now. John is stoked and excited. And what he's going to do between now and the 1st of August is going to reflect in a powerful explosion in August. Where if he got in the 1st of August, it would have taken him all that time to get that car pushing, get that van pushing, just like Robert was talking about. So you want to, and there's so many of you, James and Meredith, where you guys are killing it. New is killing it. James Otto, congratulations, just got his first, man. That is awesome. Deborah West, she's already got one person and going for, her 4. That's what we all need to be working at, is helping our team get their 4. That's to me is one of the most powerful things that you can do with your team. At the beginning of the month, exactly, James, have a little short meeting with just your team and say, let's go. I want to help each and every one of you get your 4, because here's the power in that 4. You get a piece of the global bonus pool. Aaron typically has, you know, some traffic or something that they're going to award us, and we're going to start doing kind of the same thing. But here's the real power. How many of you here can raise your hand and say, I've got my 4, but it didn't stop there? You got 5, you got 6, you got 7. Because you got that 4, that's you pushing that van. That 4 is that opening the door, getting behind it, getting excited about it. And here's the other thing that he said that has been kind of our mantra in this whole thing is, if you're driving down the road and you see that person pushing the van, and you see the person that's pushing the van and they're kind of half butt doing it and not real excited about doing it and everything else, what are your thoughts? Okay, good luck with that, and you just keep kind of driving. But what about the person that you see pushing the van, and man, they're pushing as hard as they may not be making a whole lot of, you know, progress, but they're pushing hard, and they're trying to do as much as they can, and they're excited about pushing that van even though it's not going very far. Are you more apt to jump out of your car and get on that bandwagon and go for it? You know how I talk about vision and passion? Robert had a perfect example of that. When you've got that vision and you've got that passion behind you, people can't help but jump out of their car and want to push the van with you. That's why Michael Beck was saying of let the pain push you until your vision pulls you. Something that we all forget is when the vision's pulling you, guess what's happening? The people behind you are getting dragged along, right? So everybody that's attached their wagon to you, if you've got the vision that's pulling you, they're being pulled by your vision until they get their own. So you have to have a strong vision and a strong passion to grab those people and have them jump out of their cars, get behind your van and start pushing. Eventually they're going to have their own vision, and they're going to have that team, you know, Karen and James and Samantha and Carlos and Deborah and New, and the list goes on and on and on, and Dawn and David Batchelor and Tony Walker and guys, people all throughout our team are developing that vision now, and people are starting to follow. People are starting to, you know, jump on board, and that's why we're popping 5Ks. I believe next month, how many people want to be 10K next month? Okay, there's absolutely no reason why you can't. There's no reason why you can't be 10K next month. Carlos and I were talking about this the other day. In October at the Las Vegas convention, we want to have bloody hands because we are doing this constantly. Here goes another teammate. There goes another person on our team. You know, I don't care if I go up on the stage at all. I want to be so tired from clapping for you guys being on the stage that it's going to be amazing. And if we all have that servant leadership and we all have that mentality and that heart of something bigger, just like Robert, he couldn't have said it any better. Just imagine what October is going to look like. Just imagine what August is going to look like, what September. And if you understand network marketing, June, July, and August are the hardest months. They are the hardest months of the year. Most people fail in June, July, and August. You know why? 2 reasons. One is they don't understand keeping that momentum going over the 31st of the 1st. The other reason is, you know, I'm going to take a couple weeks vacation. Summer, everybody else is anyways. Nobody's listening to me. You know, I'll get hot to trot in September, you know, when school starts and everybody's back. They're starting pushing that van from scratch right at that point. Those that are successful are people like you guys that are continuing to push through June, July, and August. Because when September, October, November, and December come up, boy, it is going to be huge. All right? Anybody have any quick questions before we go? I wanted to really make this training about getting Robert on and talking about pushing through the end of the month, not stopping. Carlos.
Yeah. Hey, Ron. Awesome. Thank you for that wonderful words of wisdom. Definitely very inspirational and motivational. Let's take some time and let's welcome some of our newer members or members that have re-engaged. You know, we have Anna Dresbach. Hi, Anna. Welcome. Welcome. All right. We got, is it Duke? Duke, you're kind of new as well, right, Duke? As well? Yes. Right, Duke. Welcome, Duke. Who else? Who else do we got?
John is very new.
John Dosman from Wisconsin. What's up, John?
Yeah.
And then someone that's re-engaged again is Linda Nugent, right? From, I think she's in Florida. Is that correct, Linda?
Hi, DC.
Oh, DC.
DC, that's right.
Yes,
That's
Washington, D.C. Yep, right
Okay.
here.
Awesome.
The capital of the United States.
Linda is a rock star. I've got a chance to get to know Linda, and it's an amazing lady.
Thank you, Ron. You are too.
Awesome. Now, Duke, where are you at, Duke? Are you in Australia as well? I don't know if you can hear me. Yeah? 'Cause I think he's part of news team, right, as well, which is our team.
Wait. Can I say something? I am sorry that I have to only listen because I just gave myself a chemical peel and I look very crazy. So I just didn't want to scare people. So I could not be on camera. But I promise next time you will be seeing me all over on camera.
Awesome.
I know how those chemical peels go, boy. They're
Thank you, no.
All right, good. Emil, how are you, Emil? How's Emil? Yokohama. How are you?
Emmy.
Hi. Now, Linda, I got a message for Linda Duran. Linda, how many have you got sponsored so far?
I've got 2.
All right, we got to help you get to 4.
Absolutely.
Let us help you get to 4. Okay, awesome. Bill's on the call. That's awesome. Bill's one busy guy. Bill and I had a conversation yesterday. Welcome again, Bill. All right. So we got some ideas for Bill. I was talking to Bill. So Bill drives for Lyft a lot. So he spends a lot of his time driving. So I'm like, Bill, you're like a walking, you're a driving billboard. Let's get you some oil signs, right, with your domain there, right? Some business cards. He's got an audience 8-10 hours a day, because he doesn't, and he's a very busy man, paying his bills, taking care of his family. I'm like, hey, let's get you some oil signs for the sides and the back of your car. You're a walking billboard. Have people ask you about the opportunity, and then from there, that's just another way to to promote and build a huge local team. What better way than a face-to-face conversation? So we got some good ideas for Bill. All right. James Otto, I'm going to call you out, my friend. Are you there, James?
I am here.
All right, James. So listen, everyone. James Otto, he's been with the program maybe 2 weeks, maybe 3 weeks, and we've been helping him. He just sponsored his first person. James, what I'd like you to do, okay, congratulations on that. What I'd like you to do, tell us what you did to get your first person, right? Because I'm gonna I'm gonna be working with Anna in just a little bit, have a quick conversation with her, give her some ideas, but to inspire other people that are, hey, you know what? I want to know how to get my first person. The first person is the toughest. James, what did you do to sponsor your first person? Please give us some words of advice.
A little on the spot there. Basically, I set up a campaign in Aweber with Carlos's help, and I reached out to the contacts that I have and followed up with each of them by phone and kind of hit that pretty hard.
And what kind of message were you leaving when you would call them on the phone? Like, what would you say?
Basically, I would just say, hey, I'm calling about your pre-enrollment to HempWorks, and I wanted to touch base with you to see what you were thinking about the program or anything along those lines.
Awesome. Okay, good. And you were able to sponsor someone else. You got anybody else in the works coming on board pretty soon?
This one was actually kind of a surprise. I didn't think they were going to come through. They hadn't contacted me back in a while, and all of a sudden they took the tour, and there they were.
Okay, got it. Awesome. How are I also want to commend you on the Facebook Lives that you're doing. The first one's always the toughest, right? But your lives are awesome, very inspiring. Are you getting any kind of feedback from your lives on potential prospects?
Not yet.
Okay, got it. All right, well, keep on doing them. They'll come around. And I see Laura's here. What's up, Laura Farina? Good to see you. Hi, Lisa. Lisa Anderson, how are you? All right, James here. Everyone's in the house. Okay, well, folks, so here's the thing. Just follow the process, right? That's it. So how do we start getting, one person? Our goal is to get you to 4 as soon as possible. And Anna, you and I have a conversation after this. But, really go to the Daring Dream Team. That's where Ron has awesome scripts. You're going to go into that Facebook page, okay, the Daring Dream Team. On the left-hand side are the files, okay? And underneath files is where all his goodies are at, all his scripts are at. Now, it's up to you. Think about your personality. What do you feel more comfortable doing? Do you want to lead with the opportunity? Do you want to lead with the product, right? I've been kind of looking, what I do first is I take a look at that person's Facebook page that I'm about to send a message to on Facebook, okay? And I look at what I feel this person likes, right? Does this person is more opportunity driven? Does he or she look like she's already in some kind of multi-level marketing company? So they're probably more opportunity driven, okay? But also look at their posts. Are they always posting more about, kind of like the product, or are they posting about the opportunity, right? And that's kind of how you gauge the person. So for the most part, I tend to lead with the product, right? Real simple. And it's one of those things where you're going to contact 100 people, right? Maybe 1 or 2 will engage you in conversation, all right? Or at least respond and say, I'm not interested. That's okay. You move on, right? But there's a lot of training in the section where it says files, a lot of good information put on there by the leaders of this team, okay? And it's just a matter of contacting a minimum of 25 people per day, minimum. If you can do 100, you're going to have that much more success quicker, right? But a minimum, commit to 25 a day, no matter what. You can do 25 in probably 15 to 20 minutes, right? Really quick. It's not going to take it. It's real quick. All you're doing is cutting and pasting, okay? So anyway, with that, I just, again, welcome everyone. We're glad to be here. Let us know how we can help and serve you, okay? So thank you for that, Ron.
Thank you, Carlos. As always, amazing words. And again, thank you all for being here. Those of you who are on the Dream Team group and watching live, that recording, now that we're going to do it this way, the live will just stay up there and you'll have access to that. I'm putting together a YouTube channel for the team and going to have all of those there in one place so that we can subscribe to that, and all these training videos and anything that, that when you guys do videos with, like, let's just give an example. Like when Samantha and Miguel do it with video with Robert here very shortly, we'll put all of those interview videos out there on that channel also, so people will see, what's going on and get some more engagement and so forth on that. There's not a whole lot more I can say. You guys are amazing, and we're on a roll. The journey is long, way down the road, the destination. And if we look at the journey, we're going to make this fun. We're going to have a great time doing it. We're going to help a lot of people. We're going to have some bumps along the way. And here's what I would encourage you to do. We all have bumps in our life as we go. Anybody here that will tell me that I've never had anything bad happen in my life, I don't believe you, okay? Because I know that happens. The key is not that bad things happen or bad things are going to happen. The key is your attitude and your heart and how you handle those and how you move through them. And this is where you're going to find that there are going to be days. I have this already. And I've personally sponsored over 40 people in the business so far. And that's not huge, but that's a lot for a lot of people. So do I know how to bring people on? Do I know how to sponsor people? Do I know how to build the business? Yeah. But do I get up some mornings and go, oh, I'm tired? I just call Carlos. We all go through that, and we joke about that, but that's what Carlos and I feed off each other quite a bit, and it helps you stay motivated. And I think it was Zig Ziglar that said, motivation is like a shower; you need one every day. As excited and passionate, and my vision and everything I have going, there are days that just health-wise, I may not be feeling great, or there may be things going on, or somebody may message me and say, I just don't want to do this. This isn't for me. I had one of the team do that early on, and now he's my top guy, other than Carlos. So outside of Carlos's leg when I say that, because you look at it, you keep forgetting you've got, a couple of different teams. So don't let those things, it's your attitude and your way of handling the things that happen to you. If you always have that positive as much as you can attitude about and look at it as a learning experience and how can I use this in the future, you're going to have people that are going to, message you and tell you how bad things are and this didn't work and I couldn't get my order through and I was unable to log on and da-da-da-da-da. Sit back, take a breath. Don't always let yourself respond to things, react to things. Take the time to respond to them. Our human nature is we're going to react to what happens in our life. You need to develop that attitude and that ability to respond. Because when you respond, that means you've taken the time to evaluate it and then respond properly to it without anger, without disappointment, and give the people that are having the challenge the right answer so that they can get through it and you can learn from it. So the next time it happens, not only you can take somebody through it, but the person you just took through it can. Because we're in a company that's growing and growing very quickly. And I love the fact that Josh and Jenna are doing it the right way. They're taking the time to make sure it grows properly so that we have the least amount of bumps along the way. But you're going to have bumps. People are going to have questions. Oh, I had all these pre-enrollees and now I upgraded and where'd they go or this or that, Take the time to, either connect them with Carlos or I or Karen or Samantha or James or Meredith and one of the other leaders and get the answer if you don't have it, or learn what the answer is and sit down with them. These Zooms are amazing. You can get a free Zoom account. And if you Zoom with people, it's amazing how much better you can see what's going on. You can see their face. You can interact with them a lot better. For me, that works the best. And answer those questions. Take your time, take a breath, go through them. Be happy about the fact that you've got those because those make you grow. And if you're not growing every day in your personal life, your business won't grow either. You're going to grow your business to the level of personal growth you are. So if your personal growth is down here, guess what kind of people you're going to bring in? This kind of people. You want to bring in these kind of people? You've got to get in here, up here. Okay? So I hope this has been an amazing training. I'm glad that we were able to get Robert on here. And this is not, he told me, he said, hey, anytime I've got the time, I will pop on. I've given him a link to pop on anytime he wants. So let your people know that you never know. You never know who might join us. And as we get more visibility and more engagement and more exposure out there, we're going to have other big leaders that want to jump on and help out. That's the way it works. Okay. So everybody, we have how many days left? Carlos, how many days do we have left?
We have 3 days left. Okay. Four. Yeah.
4 days.
Yeah. Oh, you mean to Vegas?
Yeah.
Oh, to Vegas. I thought you meant to August 1st because I'm talking about now. So August 1st, we got what? 89, I think.
Days or so. I don't care about August. We have whatever day. August, is that the next month? I forget. Whatever it is.
Yeah.
We're on a mission to the convention in October. That's my favorite month. That's my birthday month. My wife's birthday month. My granddaughter's birthday month. I mean, that's a good month for us. We're on a march to October. I want to get as many of you. I'd love to have a bunch of 25K affiliates in Vegas. Anybody there? Karen, James, Lisa?
I'm
Carl?
rolling that way. Oh, yeah.
All right. You guys have a blessed
I want to say
rest of
thank
your
you to
weekend.
Carlos, Ron, and Robert. And I hope to meet the rest of you and do Zooms or private videos. I'm the newest member, I think, on this team, but I am pumped, excited, empowered, and inspired by all of you. Thank you so much for the blessing.
You're very welcome. Very welcome. Hey, Ron, can I say one more thing, Ron?
Absolutely.
All right, guys. If I had besides the Bible, but if I had to find one book that would catapult you to success, I mean, how many of you would like people asking you about your business? Like hey, what are you doing? Okay, I want you to buy this one book. Okay, I'm going to show it to you right now. All right, I want you to write it down. and I want you to buy this book. And it's a short book, okay? It's called Magnetic Sponsoring by Mike Dillard. Magnetic Sponsoring by Mike Dillard. Okay, you got that? All right. You can get on Amazon, I don't know, like 15, 17 bucks, something like that. All right, so here's the thing. This book, it talks about, and I equate this to the Bible and to Jesus, all right? So if you look at why people follow Jesus, okay? Yes, he healed many people, he cured many people, he fed many people, and there were some that were just looking for that. But the majority of them, they were looking for someone, right? The way, because of how he taught. He taught with authority. Who is this that teaches with such authority? He was more than anything else a leader, and he was a servant leader. And this book talks about that. Now, it doesn't get religious on you, okay, but it talks about 3 kinds of people, all right? You're either an alpha, a pre-alpha, or a follower, all right? So how do you equate that? You're either a leader, a pre-leader, or a follower. The people, if you want to attract people to you, you become a leader. That's it. This is the gist of the book. You become a leader. When you become a leader and you speak with authority, okay, you become a power networker, and people will follow you in droves. Okay, so the question is, well, Carlos, you know, how do I become a leader? It starts here in the mind, okay? It talks about, see, the reason, and I struggled with this for many years, the reason people don't become leaders is because of their image of their own self-worth. Like, I'm not worthy to be a leader. Who would follow me? Okay? That's the hump. That's the wall that you have to get over, because I'm here to tell you that you are, all of you, I see everyone here, you're already leaders, okay? You're either alpha or pre-alpha. I don't see any followers here. I see a bunch of leaders, okay? If you're in this industry, you're in this team, you're already a leader, because you're like, I am tired of the rat race. I am tired of living paycheck to paycheck. I am tired, okay, because here's the thing. In this world, all right, in this world, you are either fulfilling someone else's dream, right, by working for someone else and building their organization, or you're building your own. It's as simple as that, okay? And the fact that you're here tells me, you know what? I'm tired of building someone else's dream. You know, I'm happy for my job. I'm happy for my paycheck, but I am tired of building my boss's dream or the CEO's dream. I want to build my dream. So you guys are already, at the very least, all of you, every single one of you, you're all pre-alphas, okay? We've got to get you to become alphas, leader. All right. Karen is a leader. I know that. Lisa's a leader. I know that. Duke, Emil, Laura. I mean, you're all leaders. Okay. Okay. New is definitely a leader too. So John is the leader. Okay. You guys are all leaders. You are worth it. Your self-worth is in you. All we've got to do is create some skills in you, develop that muscle, right? Create some skills in you so that you can feel, hey, I am a leader. I am worthy of becoming a leader and having people follow me. Okay, please, 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 please. Besides the Bible, read this book. Buy this book and read it. It's a short read. It's a very short read. How many pages is this? Let's see. About 120 pages or so. Okay, it's a short read. Buy this book. This book will change your mindset. When you get this, when you step out of your comfort zone and say, I am worthy to become a leader, don't say to yourself, who am I that people should follow me, right? Who am I? That's what we say. Who am I? That's the struggle that we have. Who am I that people shall follow me? You are blessed and highly favored, right? You are blessed and highly favored, okay, in God's name. You've been picked. You've been chosen. Each one of you has been chosen, okay, as a part of the body to fulfill your purpose. And like Robert said, choose a purpose that is greater than you and go out and get it, because there's an audience that needs to hear your message. Okay, now there's going to be some people, you're going to get attacked. Trust me, when you step out of your comfort zone, when you do that, the devil attacks you and you will be attacked. I guarantee you. Okay, There's going to be the haters, and the haters usually come from your closest circle, your family, your friends, okay, your closest circle of friends, right? They come, and that's okay. You know what? Just say this. You know what? That's okay. You know what? Well, it's up to you if you want to say this, because I'm sorry you're having a bad day. I hope things get better for you. Okay, and that's it. And you move on. That's one of Ray Hignan's powerful saying. Like, you know, that's okay. I'm sorry you're having a bad day. I hope things get better for you. And then just move on. You know, like water off a duck's back. Does a duck care that it got a little bit of water in its back? No, he just shakes it off. Okay. You know, I'm on a mission. I'm on a mission. You know, and if you look at that, so Robert, he talked about, hey, you know, can I fail these new dogs that I have at home? Can I fail all these children that I'm sponsoring? They're counting on me. And when you know that people are counting on you, whether it's your children, if you're a single mom, single dad, you know, your husband's counting, your wife's, whomever, if you got someone that's counting on you, this is not about you anymore. This is about your audience whom you're meant to serve. So you are all true leaders, okay? You are worth it, all right? You are highly favored and you are blessed. Just step into that, step into your greatness that you are meant to be, okay? And then that's it. Read this book, please. And I'm telling you, your life will change. Your life will change. All right. I love all of you. God bless you. Thank you so much for your time. So go ahead, Rod. Thank you. Thank you.
One last saying I will leave you with. Steve Martin. Anybody heard of Steve Martin before? The comedian. Yep. He's one of my favorite sayings. And this is all about personal growth and developing and becoming better. Be so good, they can't ignore you. Be so good, they can't ignore you. So develop that, you know, just like Carlos was saying and Robert was saying, develop who you are, become that servant leader, become so powerful in your position, your passion, your vision of other people that people just can't ignore you. They can't ignore you. God bless everybody. Can't wait to see you.
And Ron, one more thing. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can, sir.
Sorry, I've been silent to the end.
Yeah.
Simply, I just want to express my gratitude, and I share that with all of you. And I just also want to add to what Carlos was mentioning. Something just came to mind as this meeting was going. There was a quote by Jim Rohn. It states, you are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. So that's a part of our why James and Meredith is spending so much time with you, because we know by that law of attraction and that average that we can't fail. We will become successful. And to extend that further, we also take that 5 and just to make sure for our team, make sure that we're a part of the testimonial group, the corporate group, the Dare and Dream Team group, the MDC Power Team group, and the Vision Team group. There's your 5 power groups.
Amen, amen.
That is amazing, powerful, and boy, you who wouldn't want to be the sum of the 5 or 18 people we have on this meeting right now? All right, guys, God bless. And if you need us, Karen, if you still want to maybe this afternoon later on do a Facebook Live, I would love to do that with you. Let's make the next week, not 5 days, 3 days, or whatever it is, the next week, an amazing week, and the week after that, and the week after that. God bless everybody.
God bless you. Have a good day.
Have a blessed week, everyone.
Right.
Bye now.
Bye.